Hi, this is Jason Bloomberg, president of ZapThink, Dovell Technologies company. I'd like to talk to you today about our Cloud Computing for Architects course. This is a two-day course aimed at architects or really anybody who wants to take a best practice-centric perspective on cloud computing. Now, one of the challenges with cloud computing today is that it is still a set of emerging technologies. As a result, there's a lot of confusion in the marketplace, a lot of vendor noise, a lot of products that don't do what they're supposed to do, service providers who are unclear about their offerings. What we do in our class, in this two-day class, is clear up the whole story. So we go through what cloud computing really is, what it isn't. We go through the various service models, that's infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, as well as some others that are coming into the market. We go through the various deployment models, public, private, hybrid, and a number of others. There's additional ones that are coming onto the market as well. And we make it clear what is actually working today and what isn't working today. So we talk about how the market is developing, we talk about the technology available and the capabilities that you can bring to your organization. So we cover the technology part of their stories. We talk about virtualization, workloads and pods. We talk about the enterprise architecture context. How can you meet business needs by putting together an IT strategy that includes cloud computing? What is your cloud computing roadmap, and how do you solve business problems by leveraging cloud computing technologies? Of course, we talk about security in quite a bit of depth, as well as governance. Governance covers both the technical side of governance, establishing cloud computing policies that you may be able to support within the context of your cloud service provider, as well as some of the more business-oriented side of the story in terms of assessments and auditing. What does a cloud auditor need to do, and how do you support the role of the cloud auditor? We also talk about the RESTful approach to cloud computing. Essentially, how do you leverage cloud computing in a distributed computing environment where you have to deal with issues of application state, you have to deal with issues of elasticity, you have to deal with issues of data consistency. All of these are challenges when building distributed applications in a cloud computing environment. And finally, our last module is on big data in the cloud. So we take a look at the big data buzzword, break it down into what it really is and what it isn't, talk about big data challenges and how cloud computing can address a certain set of problems that are now being called big data problems. So even though we talk about buzzwords like cloud and big data, we cut through the hype and we get down to the real world story of what really works in organizations today. So even though the course is called Cloud Computing for Architects, it's really for anybody, either on the technology or business side, who wants an in-depth look on what cloud computing is, what are its risks as well as advantages, and how can you really achieve value with cloud computing today.